Indra was king of the Vedic Gods, a dragon slayer and ascended striker. He's normally depicted as a warrior wielding a thundering mace, or, in other tellings, a lightning weapon known as the Vajra. However, in this story, he slays the serpent Vala using words as his weapons, demonstrating that he is not only a warrior king, but also a priest king. In this video, I'm going to tell you the story of Indra and Vala, and afterward I'm going to give you my interpretation of what I believe that Vala could represent. The insidious serpent lord, Vritra, had a brother named Vala. Both Vritra and Vala were sons of Tvastra the Maker, who is also believed to be the father of Indra, the striker, king of the Vedic gods. As we know from many other myths and also from life experience, brothers do not always end up on the same sides of things. One day, a group known as the Panis captured some very important cattle, or perhaps all of the cattle, it's difficult to know. What we do know is that the cattle were sacred, and they were described as being radiant. The Panis herded these luminous cattle, along with the dawns, into a giant cave under the mountain. The light of the cattle could not escape the darkness of the cave, and so long as the cattle remained inside the cave, of course they were no good to anyone. Just as his brother, Vritra, had dammed the great rivers of the world with his monstrous coils, Vala wrapped his serpentine mass around the mountain and the entrance of the cave, guarding it from all who would approach. When Indra learned of this, his loyal dog, a bitch named Sarma, sniffed out the Panis and told them to release the cattle. However, despite Sarma's barking threats, the Panis refused. Upon learning this, Indra made his way to the cave, accompanied by his self-yoked allies and a group of priests known as the Angiras. Indra went to Vala not as a warrior king, wielding his Vajra and the power of the storm, but as Brihaspati, the lord of the sacred formulation. Indra went to Vala as a priest king, a god who dispelled illusion and spoke words of revelation, while the Angirases shouted prayer and praise to accompany his holy speech. Indra told Vala that the cattle and the dawns were one and the same. The truth of Indra's words shattered Vala into 1,000 pieces and broke open the mountain, dispelling the darkness and releasing the radiant cattle, who were also the dawns. Indra broke the mountain with the thunder of his truthful words alone. To reward her loyal efforts, Sarma and the puppies were allowed to feed on the milk from some of the cattle. The cattle returned, and the people rejoiced. Now, on the surface, the tale of Vala is a story of cattle theft and the reclaiming of a lost herd. This is a theme we find throughout the ancient world in places where cattle represented wealth and prosperity. A related example might be the story of the cattle of the sun from Homer's Odyssey, which C.B. Robertson wrote about in PH2T3R Volume 1. The story of Vala is also, rather thinly in this case, a dragon slaying story, with Vala being a great stone serpent and guardian of treasure. But if we peel back the narrative a bit, we can see Indra as a priest king, dispelling the darkness of illusion with words of truth that reveal the light of wisdom. Obviously, the authors of the hymns believed that their way was the right way, and that their understanding of the universe was most accurate and functional. So, Vala can be seen not just as a big snake, but as a representation of bad or destructive beliefs that prevent men from perceiving the world as it is, or as it is best to be perceived. Vala is a kind of mind worm. Modern examples of mind worms might be Marxism, anti-Semitism, or even Trump derangement syndrome. When these mind worms take a hold of a person or a people, they are overcome by a world of illusion, and they are herded into a kind of self-contained platonic cave in which they cannot be reached by healthy thought or reason. Alright, so if you like this video, please like, subscribe, share, comment, all those things. Check out our other videos on the Vedic Gods, other videos on solar idealism. If you're interested in solar idealism, you might want to sign up for our mailing list. our Discord, and possibly even consider applying to join the First Men, our exclusive group for solar idealists. It's a lot of really cool guys in the group, and we have a lot of really high-level conversations. So my name is Jack Donovan. Stay solar.